Hey everyone, if you're a Pi pioneer, feeling frustrated watching Bitcoin get all the attention while your Pi sits there doing, well, not much, I totally get it. I've been there too. But what I'm about to share with you is going to completely change how you see this whole situation. Something incredible has been happening with Pi Network that the mainstream crypto community has been completely ignoring, and honestly, it's kind of driving me crazy that nobody's talking about it. I'm going to show you exactly why Pi Network is actually solving problems that Bitcoin can't even touch, and why what happened in February 2025 might have been the turning point we've all been waiting for. Before we dive in, make sure you're following my Telegram and Facebook pages. The links are right down in the description. I share exclusive Pi updates there that you literally cannot find anywhere else. And trust me, you're going to want to be in the loop for what's coming next. Look, if you've been holding Pi and wondering if you made the right choice, hit that like button right now. And seriously, subscribe with notifications on, because I'm one of the few creators actually covering Pi Network honestly, without all the hype or the hate. Okay, let's be real about Bitcoin for a second. I remember when I first got into crypto, everyone said Bitcoin was this revolutionary currency for the people. Fast forward to today, and you literally need to spend tens of thousands of dollars just to get started with Bitcoin mining. I'm talking about specialized machines that cost more than most people's cars, electricity bills that would make your head spin. And honestly, it's become this exclusive club for people with serious money. But here's what's actually happening with Pi Network that nobody wants to acknowledge. When Pi's Open Network officially launched in February 2025, something pretty amazing happened. We're talking about over 70 million people worldwide who can mine Pi using nothing but their phones. Think about that for a minute. While Bitcoin is pushing regular people out, Pi is welcoming them in. And here's a stat that blew my mind. Pi added over 3 million new users in just the first 100 days of mainnet. That's more than 13 million active pioneers now. I don't care what anyone says about Pi being just a mobile app. When you have 13 million people actively participating in your network, that's not a joke anymore. That's a movement. Can I tell you about something that happened to me last month that perfectly illustrates why Bitcoin is broken? I tried to buy lunch with Bitcoin, just $15 worth. The transaction fee was $12 and it took 3 hours to confirm. I'm sitting there waiting for my sandwich like an idiot because I wanted to use the future of money. It was embarrassing, honestly. This is where Pi Network makes so much more sense. Now that we're on the open mainnet, Pi transactions happen in seconds and cost virtually nothing. I know some of you are thinking, but Pi isn't widely accepted yet, and you're right. But here's the thing, neither was Bitcoin for years, and Bitcoin never solved the fundamental problems of speed and cost. Pi's blockchain can handle thousands of transactions per second. Bitcoin, 7. That's not a typo. 7 transactions per second for the entire global Bitcoin network. It's like trying to run the internet on dial-up. Pi was built for the real world, where people actually need to use their money quickly and affordably. Here's something that really bothers me about the crypto space. Everyone just ignores Bitcoin's environmental impact. The Bitcoin network uses more electricity than entire countries. I'm not exaggerating, we're talking about more power consumption than Argentina or the Netherlands use for everything combined. Every single Bitcoin transaction has a carbon footprint equivalent to throwing away hundreds of pounds of electronic waste. Pi Network took a completely different approach. And honestly, it's brilliant. While Bitcoin miners are literally burning through power plants, Pi pioneers contribute to network security using less energy than it takes to watch this video. I mine Pi every day on my phone, and my electricity bill hasn't budged. In a world where climate change is becoming impossible to ignore, Pi represents what cryptocurrency should have been from the beginning: accessible, efficient, and sustainable. Bitcoin feels like driving a gas-guzzling truck when electric cars exist. It just doesn't make sense anymore. This is where Pi Network really shines, and it's something the crypto experts completely underestimate community. Pi has nearly 70 million users now, and that's not just people who downloaded an app once. These are active pioneers who check in daily, run nodes, and actually believe in what we're building. Bitcoin's community has become this exclusive club of wealthy investors and institutions. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wealth, but when your community becomes so exclusive that regular people can't participate, you've lost the plot. Pi has over 400,000 active nodes run by regular people from every corner of the world. Teachers, students, small business owners, people who actually need better financial tools. Every day I see new Pi communities forming, new businesses accepting Pi, new developers building on the Pi blockchain. That's not happening with Bitcoin anymore, because Bitcoin has priced out the very people who made it successful in the first place. Let's talk about something that Bitcoin maximalists hate discussing: scalability. Bitcoin regularly gets so congested that it becomes unusable. Transaction fees spike, confirmation times stretch for hours, and the whole network basically breaks down under pressure. I've seen this happen dozens of times over the years. Pi network was designed to handle global scale from day one. As of May 2025, Pi has reached a market cap of $5.78 billion, making it the 32nd largest cryptocurrency in the world. A major milestone for a project that only recently launched its open mainnet. What stands out even more than the numbers is how effortlessly the network is handling this growth. Unlike many other blockchains that experience congestion, high transaction fees, and lag during periods of increased activity, Pi continues to run smoothly. Transactions are fast, reliable, and affordable, which shows just how scalable and well-prepared the network truly is. This level of performance isn't just impressive, it's a sign that Pi was built with long-term adoption in mind. Pi's infrastructure was designed from the ground up to support massive scale, meaning it can accommodate billions of users without running into the same limitations that cripple Bitcoin every time usage spikes. Where Bitcoin struggles under pressure, Pi continues to operate smoothly, offering fast, low-cost transactions even during peak activity. The key difference lies in the philosophy behind each project. Bitcoin started as a decentralized experiment, a proof of concept that caught on and grew far beyond what anyone expected. But because it wasn't originally built to serve a global user base, it's now burdened with legacy issues that are hard to fix without breaking the whole thing. Pi, on the other hand, was created with global adoption in mind from the beginning. Its architecture, governance, and energy-efficient mining model reflect a vision that's practical and future-focused, not just revolutionary for its time. That's why Pi isn't just growing, it's prepared for what comes next. Pi was built as a global currency that's ready for mass adoption. That's why Pi works for regular people while Bitcoin works for, well, mostly just speculators and institutions now. Look, I know some of you have been waiting for years for Pi to prove itself, and I get the frustration. But here's what I think is happening. Pi is already proving itself every single day. More users, better technology, sustainable practices, and a community that actually cares about using cryptocurrency for its intended purpose. Bitcoin will always have its place in crypto history, but Pi Network is building the future that Bitcoin promised but couldn't deliver. If this perspective resonates with you, hit that like button and let me know in the comments, are you seeing what I'm seeing with Pi Network's potential? Make sure you're subscribed because Pi's story is just getting started, and honestly, I think we're going to look back at 2025 as the year everything changed. Check out my Telegram and Facebook for daily Pi updates, and I'll see you in the next video, where we dive even deeper into Pi's roadmap.